Yeah, it's your man Hakeem Green, Channel Live and Direct. BDP all day, every day. All we do is spark mad ism over here on Madism Sports. Coach E is in the building.
Yes, sir.
The Zatch Master,
Yes, yes.
Uncle Cliffy is in the building.
Yes, sir. What's good,
Yeah.
fellas? What's up, Coach?
What's happening, Cliffy?
You know why I'm smiling so hard right now, right?
Well, I'm living in orange and blue skies. Orange and blue skies in my life.
Yeah,
Right.
right. Yo, shit, you might mess around and see LA versus Knicks, Lakers versus the Knicks, bro.
Stop it.
Because Milwaukee on the ropes right now.
Milwaukee definitely on the ropes.
Milwaukee's on the ropes.
Milwaukee's on the ropes. Phoenix ain't really so, we not all boarding on Phoenix right now. They looking wishy-washy. Clippers, man.
No, the Suns are actually going for the sweep tonight, but the problem with the Suns is, they're up 3-0. They
oh wow.
But the problem is those guys are playing heavy minutes.
They only go 5 deep.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. I messed up. Who they playing?
They got the Clippers.
They got the fucking Clippers. Boom, boom, boom. Right. Oh yeah, Kawhi's not fucking playing.
Yeah, it's over, man. It's over for them.
Wait a minute, it's not 3-1.
I mean,
it's 3-1. It's 3-1. Right?
Oh, it's 3-1. But they're still get ready to.
Yeah, they done.
Close them out tonight.
Tonight. All right. Before we get into the show, you know what we do, how we do it. I'm gonna throw up a video right fast. Like, subscribe, ring that bell so you can stay in tune with everything on Madism TV. We're gonna have a live show today. We gotta talk about this fight. Benny Boom's supposed to be joining us to talk about this fight. So I'm gonna go
body blow.
What you say?
Body blow.
Oh, Lord have mercy. So yeah, we're gonna get into this video, Love and Hip Hop by Hakeem Green, produced by Big French. Like, subscribe, share, hit the bell, bring people to the conversation. I'm gonna see what's up with Benny Boom, and we're gonna get the goings going on, fellas. Yeah.
That's out on display on the DL out west pushing yay. What the fuck you say? Brother, watch your mouth. Who protects the children when you beefing with your spouse? It's like Tom and Jerry, a game of cat and mouse. Jerry kept the cheese, but the pussy kept the house. Who peeping from behind had all of her blouse? Saturday Night Live right there on his casting couch. Just roll a Jerry Springer, and no, I'm not the father. Who gave a bunch of rappers who father didn't bother. Mother up on Murray, chefing up the curry. It's like we're in the handbasket, hell in a hurry. Snowfall more than flurry, kept the mink furry. Ski without the goggles, got our vision blurry. I got that blue magic, that right up, hurry. Wanna see, I'll show you shit like I'm from Missouri. Who at the wheel? Tell them hit the brakes. I don't like how it feels, little niggas give me shakes. The world is ringing, bro, the verse stole the soul. Is he loving hip hop or just pimps and hoes? Who at the wheel? Tell them hit the brakes. I don't like how this feels, little niggas give me shakes. The world is ringing, bro, universe stole the soul. Is it loving hip hop or just pimps and hoes? Everything for sale, everybody got a price. They say they married to the game when they cheat on their wife. They lead a double life on stage thanking Christ. When it's time to sell an ass, they ain't thinking twice. It turns men to mice, these rappers look like Mickey. They shifty, so you throw the guns in the air like sticky. Boys in the hood, on the run like Ricky. Chicks be picky, but really licky. They'll set you up on the ground, you're thinking bam, thank you ma'am. I'm trying to be positive, but I can't understand. She got a man, and he got a squad. They got Glocks, my nigga on guard. We living out the purge, everybody got the urge to hop about their lane like that shit set merge. When daddy is a perv and mommy throwing curves, try to be on the straight and narrow, but people make me swerve. Who at the wheel? Tell them hit the brakes. I don't like how this feels, little niggas give me shakes. The world is ringing, bro, the verse stole the soul. Is it loving hip hop or just pimps and hoes? Who at the wheel? Tell them hit the brakes. I don't like how this feels, little niggas give me shakes. The world is ringing, bro, universe stole the soul. Is it loving hip hop or just pimps and hoes?
Yeah, that was Love and Hip Hop by your man Hakeem Green, produced by Big French off the Nami EP. Big shout out to West for the video. I'll see what it is. Big shout out to AB Butler, legendary marketer, promoter, manager, Violator Records in the building, no doubt. Big shout out to you, AB Butler. So yeah, gentlemen, it was a crazy weekend. I started the show off with a big Kool-Aid smile. Wes, you missed it. Of course, you understand what it is. But before we get into the NBA, let's talk about some of the other things happening around the sports world. Aaron Rodgers is officially a New York Jet.
Brett Favre 2.0.
Brett Favre 2.0. Thank you, Coach. I agree with you 1,000%. I'd be surprised they even make the playoffs. I know they're one of the favorites coming out of the AFC East, along with Miami and Buffalo. But I don't know, man. That guy just got bad. He got bad juju to me.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They'll make the playoffs because their defense alone, I think. And they did improve the receiving core for him. But I think it's going to be Brett Favre 2.0, man.
Yeah.
Well, they may have no, I disagree. I think they may have one of the best offenses in the AFC now, and you couple that with definitely how strong their defense is, because while Kansas City is going to be Kansas City don't have the defense the Jets have, and you got to forget Breece Hall is coming back. He was completely balling. They upgraded the receiver core, and like it or not, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, the Jets did what they did last year, and I think they didn't score a touchdown in 10 games. And they went 5 games without scoring, so they with that defense and him solidifying quarterback, I think they're gonna ball out. I think they definitely are one of the favorites in the AFC, because we all talk about how loaded the AFC is, and it is. But remember, it's only a couple of rounds in the playoffs, so you're gonna have a couple of tough rounds. But nah, they just.
You're on mute. You're on mute,
huh? Hawk, you're on mute.
I said Jets, just in the season. Jets.
I mean, look, Buffalo's still Buffalo, Miami's still Miami, and that's just the AFC East. And then you got to go Kansas City, who got that guy, and you still got San Diego out there. I think Denver's going to be much improved out there in the West.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Raiders going to be much improved out there in the West too. So, can they make?
Did you mention Cincinnati?
Oh, I forgot Cincinnati. Yes. And we still don't know that situation in Baltimore. Pittsburgh is always Pittsburgh ended up 500, and they were awful. The AFC is.
Oh, and they stacked up too. Yeah. And they stacked up too. Pittsburgh has so far had a good offseason. I mean, and we'll see obviously with the draft in a couple of days. I'm just saying. I mean, I think they're going to be formidable, because if you got D, you got a chance. If you got D in a quarterback, you got a chance.
No, I think they got a chance, but the chance we basing that off of where they were not making the playoffs. Do I think they're going to make the playoffs? Yeah. I think they're gonna make the playoffs.
Oh, I don't know, man. You got two boys out there on the ends in Miami. You got Buffalo is Buffalo. Big shout out to DJ Holiday, aka Derwin Wilson. Peace. Like I said, Kansas City's what it is. Cincinnati's what it is. It's gonna be tough in the AFC, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Tough. It's tough.
No 8 and 8 team, right?
No 8 and 8 team is making the playoffs, I don't think, this year.
Nah, you're right.
And who's the head coach at what's his name?
Salah.
Salah. I mean, he's a good coach. But I mean, is Aaron going to respect him? Is Aaron going to fall in? Is Aaron going to fall into the system?
Well,
Is Aaron going to do what Aaron wants to do? Is it going to be like, if he's not?
It's going to be on Hackett. Salah is not even going to worry about the offense.
Well, Hackett, excuse me. Thank you.
He's a defensive cat, and they're saying that they got Hackett basically to lure Aaron there anyway. That was the early rumors. So, I mean, we'll see how you still got to play it all out, obviously, but I think they set up nice.
I agree that they set up nice, but
they set up nice.
The other thing he got to worry about is the New York media is different from Green Bay media.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
that New York media eats you up and have you questioning yourself, unlike it.
Yeah, he's a different cat, and he's a sensitive cat too. So it's going to be very curious to see how this plays out.
Yeah, he's a prima donna, man, and that shit don't work in New York, man.
Don't work in New York at all.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting.
I like it. It makes New York exciting, though. It makes New York exciting.
Yeah.
Jets fans are happy, and that's good to see. They ain't had much to be happy about in 50 years. So
So keeping in the AFC, DJ Holiday just reminded us be more signed OBJ. We talked about that last week, Holiday. But let's talk about it some more. Ravens signed OBJ. We thought it might be some type of connection between him and Lamar, and hoping that Lamar would take the bait. But it seems that that's not the case. Lamar's kind of standing his ground, and we don't know what's going to happen or how that's going to end up. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Well, and I mean, also you had Hurt who signed his contract.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
That affects things, and what they gave OBJ 15 mil guaranteed out of 18.
Yeah.
So that not on the money, but on the percentage of that contract. That's what Lamar looking at. So it's like, all right, you gave him that high percentage of guaranteed money. You got to at least give me that.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, what up, Black? What up, bro?
What up?
Hey, can you do me a favor and turn your phone sideways?
And if you look at the deal that Aaron got, the compensation that the Jets gave up is basically what Lamar wants. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think what's going to happen is with the draft and the in draft deals and the draft day deals in the pool, I think Lamar could be in play, but I think we just got to see.
Hey, JT, I love you for that. I love you for that. Thank you.
I like that. Mute your phone. You're not talking. We hear the echo. And turn your phone sideways so you can get the long panoramic view.
Okay.
If you can. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, if that happens, if Lamar goes to the Niners, I'm a Niner fan next year.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Yeah. Okay. What else we got happening in the NFL before we move it along?
Well, that Jalen Hurts deal.
Well, we talked about that. What's that? How much guaranteed?
169.
Yeah, 169.
What makes him the highest paid player?
255.
Yep.
On the table.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, 169 guaranteed. Yeah, that is a good deal. And again, do we think that that's going to have any weight as to what happens with Lamar? Do you think that these, some of these other owners are waiting to see how the draft plays out, to see, to make a move? I know JT just threw out the Niners. Anybody else hearing anything around the league about this guy?
Well, it'll be about the other deals, and they just released today that the Bengals they're going to extend Burrow. So I guess they're going to extend them and then probably just renegotiate it. They didn't release any numbers. They just said they agreed on extending him.
Hey, Black, you have your phone muted? 1 2 1 2 1 2.
You can't hear me.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you.
We getting
My
an
phone
echo.
is muted.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, mute it back. But when you're talking, when you want to talk, just unmute yourself and talk.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay.
All right.
Let's talk some baseball. Oh, is Ohtani the greatest baseball player of all time, bro?
Well,
with Fitz Satchel Paige?
he needs
I think he.
Go ahead, Buddha.
Yeah, I think he's the best baseball player that I've seen. I never seen nobody do what he do ever. I've heard about it, but I've never seen nobody with my own eyes do what he does. Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Never seen a pitcher hit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the stuff he's giving us.
Usually that's what they do in high school. He playing in the major leagues like he in high school.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know how in high school the best pitcher is the best hitter.
That's why I don't think he's the best player, because of what you said. That's the American issue. Like they limit themselves as baseball players. Baseball is telling people what they can't do versus just letting people be that. So I feel like he's dope. Don't get me wrong, and what he's doing is definitely amazing. But I think that if American baseball would adapt to what Japanese players are doing, letting people go and just let people be special, it could be some U.S. players that could do the same thing.
Right. Yeah. Well, I hear what you're saying, Wes, and I'm not trying to negate what you just said, because what you said is valid. But, to see it done, when you see it done, you go, oh, well, anybody could do that. Well, we haven't seen it yet. For whatever the reason.
I didn't say anybody, because I don't think anybody can.
Or other people can do it. We have to.
I think that it's possible, because, like you guys said, when you're at your learning curve is at the highest peak when you're at the grammar school and high school level, right? So you have no limits. They put limitations on players versus what Japanese did for him. They actually allowed him to blossom in that perspective.
But that's still only one play. You just say, okay, that's Japan. That's still one player.
No, he's still one guy.
That's one guy. That's not like Japan churning him out because Japan's tapped into the. Like when you get to that level of baseball, the more successful players kind of lock into a skill and they keep it there.
Yeah.
Hitting, pitching, fielding, stealing bases, whatever it is, whatever their thing is, their mojo is, that's their thing.
Yeah.
We've never seen whether people can do it or not is arguable.
Yeah.
But it ain't.
We never seen it.
From we
never. I don't disagree with. That's what I'm saying. I don't want it to. I think he's dope. I did say that too. I think he's dope. I just feel like somebody else should. If the Major League Baseball players, America needs to catch up with Japan.
That's
in that regard.
Just one guy though.
Yeah.
Well, we do have this one cat, a little bit different, and I think right now he's at the minor league level, but he throws with both hands. He has a special glove, and he switches hands and has done it in between, like on the same batter. So a little uniqueness, but to Wes's point, you're right. They I think in America here they pigeonhole you. And they don't let your talents basically carry you where you are. They basically tell you what they want to see out of you, as opposed to letting, your talent show, because you probably would have more, two-way players than Ohtani. If you just let, the ball players play.
It's a risk, right? It's so much money involved, right? So you want to protect your best player, obviously, right? So even with Ohtani, they gave him a $60 million contract. I mean, he the best pitcher on the Angels, he's the best hitter on the Angels. So they paid him accordingly on both sides of the ball, which makes absolute sense. I think the other piece with him is let me see him I would just love to see him and Mike Trout play in a playoff game, because I just feel like they over there in Anaheim and there ain't no expectations, and it's real easy to do that with no expectations. Even though I give him a lot of credit for what he did in the World Baseball Classic, because that was big time, striking out, those 3 baseball players, and the filth he threw to Mike Trout was ridiculous.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I mean, let's see what happens. Eventually, he'll be a Yankee. Let's see what happens when he comes to New York,
or a Dodger.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So
I don't think he's gonna come to the Yankees.
I just think, I hear everything that y'all saying. It sounds like y'all really hating on that man, and y'all just don't want to give him his props. I'm listening to all these fake ass excuses y'all coming up with. The man is the greatest player that y'all ever seen. Y'all never seen nobody do this, but I hear all this. But players would no, bro, stop it. If once you get to the major leagues, right, and you're a pitcher, you really have to focus in on pitching. There has been a few pitchers that can hit, but not like that. And if they could, they would let them hit. It ain't like they'd be like, "Oh no, you can't hit because you're a pitcher."
Well, it's also the rules. It's also the rules. If you're the American League, you ain't going to hit no matter how well.
Yeah, that's certain league. True. That's true.
Did you ask a question? Did you see what CC Sabathia did in 11 games in Milwaukee when he got traded from Cleveland to Milwaukee before he became a Yankee? I'm gonna let you know what he did. He went 10-1 as a pitcher, and he hit 3 home runs as a hitter in Milwaukee. So in a short sample size, because he's able to do both. So that's my point right there. CC Sabathia is somebody that we saw. You saw him. I saw him. He was in the American League. He got traded to the National League. He went 9-1, whatever it was, down the stretch as a rental player. But he also hit 3 home runs as a pitcher in the lineup. So there's a sample size. It's small, but I think is absolutely possible if they give people an opportunity. That's all I'm saying. And I did say he was dope.
Average right now?
Nah, I'm talking about. Look, those was 3 home runs. Okay, I get it. He hit 3 home runs.
That's what I'm saying. There's a
lot of pitchers. Look, there's a lot of pitchers who've hit home runs, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of
CC was in the National League for 39 games, bro.
He's not just hitting home runs. The man can hit. The man can really play. He's really bats.
Understood.
He's not just a slugger. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The man is a real hitter and a real.
He's bad like high 290s, high 290s, low 300s.
285 to 290. He's a good hitter.
And he's an ace pitcher. It's come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta give him all the props in the world, bro. I ain't never seen. I haven't never seen. I'm 55. I've never seen no player do that. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say whatever.
As a pitcher, he's like, who's the best pitcher in the game right now?
I don't know.
Today, who's the best pitcher in the game?
I'm gonna say Ohtani. I'm gonna say Ohtani. I mean, I would let somebody fight me over that. All right.
Well, it could be Cole. To be honest with you, Cole's ERA is .79 so far. He's undefeated. I mean,
I love Cole, but I don't know if I had to pick Ohtani or Cole, who you gonna go with Cole?
Oh no! Listen. I'm probably picking Ohtani over everybody. To your point, I mean, because what you're getting out of him.
Right. That's just to say when you somebody that does it that well on both sides.
It's a no-brainer, man. It's a no-brainer. He's the greatest I ever seen.
Right.
I never seen nobody like that, bro.
Coach E, what's up? You commenting this one? You gonna leave us alone?
Nah, I mean, I think the dude is great. I'm not into baseball that much to really give too much of informed analysis. I've never seen anything like. I'm with Boot on that. I've never seen anything like it. I just would love to see him in a kind of different environment where they're winning, and the expectations are for them to win. The World Series, that kind of situation. I would love to see him really do that. But the dude is phenomenal. And I do agree with Wes that America pigeonholes their prospects, the same way America pigeonholes quarterbacks, and what, they should be this kind of quarterback and everything. That is changing now. And I think the American baseball player is going to change how we look at him. And I think that is all because of Ohtani, so I think the future is actually really bright for baseball and the young players coming up, because we're going to see the full complement of their talents. And that's just because of him. That is definitely because of him. But I want to see him win. I want to see him win, because
baseball is a marathon, and now they're holding on. And if they can get over the hump and keep that 500 and go on a run, maybe they'll be, buyers at the deadline, and you can actually see, because they got players, they just can't put anything together. I mean, you figure him and Trout that they'd be able to do something after all these years, but they haven't been able to do anything.
And look, I mean, because of his skill set, he got to stay in the National League. So you know what that means? That means the Mets.
Well, they went to the DH all the way around now.
Okay.
Yeah, hitters don't pitchers don't have to hit anymore in either league.
So I could see him coming to, if not the Yankees, the Mets. Because that dude got the money. So
it's gonna be the Dodgers. It seems like they're unloading players this year to set that up. To be honest with you.
Well, speaking of the Dodgers, I'm gonna cross back over to football right fast. If y'all don't mind.
Talk about Magic. Talk about him.
Magic.
Yes, sir.
The group that's purchasing the Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all feel about that? And how do you feel about Davis from Duke putting a bid in $1 billion more than what the Magic group put in, but them still going with the Magic group?
Oh, I didn't
know about that, right?
I didn't know that.
What's his name? What's his name? Davis. What's his first name? Is it Brian? Nah.
Yes, Brian.
Brian Davis from Duke. Yeah. He put in a bid. Set $7 billion cash actually. Yeah. And he was
Brian Davis
up in cash immediately.
Yeah.
Brian Davis that played with Grant Hill. Brian Davis.
Yeah.
What is he doing?
What is he? $7 bill cash.
He got $7 bill cash. I was like, what did he do? I want to know what he did.
Yeah, he has his background is in he got into finance and investments and stuff, but he has some issues in his background previously. In doing such. I think going with that Magic group, and I think they pulling in Magic, I think solidified the deal for that group. Because I think they want the outside looking in until they did that. Because I think they did want a black investor or someone involved in the group. I don't think they wanted it to be led by a black person, but I think they wanted one to be part of it.
Well, check this out. So I put in Brian Davis, and I see Brian Davis sued for failure to repay loans 6 days after placing.
There you go.
$7 bill cash, huh?
That's why he had that $7 bill. He ain't repay that loan.
Denying a bill upcharge on a sale. Yeah, I mean you have to look into that right there, boy.
Yeah. And also the thing, Mike, even if he bought them, would he have gotten the approval by the other owners? Remember that plays into all of this.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big part of it. Because it's a fraternity.
Yep.
They got to vote you in.
Yep.
New and existing customers can choose.
Remember the dude who wanted to buy him was Bezos, and Snyder said he wouldn't sell to Bezos.
But see, you gotta understand, Magic got a gold chip.
Yes.
once Magic came back with that HIV shit and went to the White House and got the and had to, because you know when he went to Africa he really got the antidote for HIV way back in the day. Mm-hmm. And when he came back, they sent him to the White House and they had to debrief him. They wouldn't let him come back to America. They had to debrief him, and when he got debriefed, he had to go around for the next 5 years and say everything that the government told him to say about AIDS. He was the chairman of AIDS. He was doing all the speeches for AIDS. And after he fulfilled that, he was able to do whatever, basically all the business deals he wanted to do after that.
So I got a quick video clip of them cats talking about the Brian Davis deal. Yeah, I just want to see what that sounds like, y'all mind.
All right.
It definitely doesn't cost $7 billion
for a voltage regulator. That's what Brian Davis reportedly is putting together to try to get the Commanders away from Josh Harris. This is so weird because all of last week it was Josh Harris, and a little bit of mystery about Steve Apostolopoulos or maybe Jeff Bezos, but it became more and more clear Josh Harris is buying for $6.05 billion. Then over the weekend, reports emerged that Brian Davis has a $7 billion bid for the Commanders. And there's been more reporting and more discussion. He did an interview with WUSA last night. He was on the Sports Junkies 106.7 The Fan in D.C. earlier today. I'm going to listen to that whole interview and try to make sense of it. I've seen some stuff on Twitter that I don't know what's accurate and what isn't. But here's the bottom line. If you are going to own the team, if you're going to be the primary owner of a team that you're paying $7 billion for, you got to have in cash, not literally, you got to be able to transfer the value of $2.1 billion. You got to own 30% of the team yourself. You can't borrow for any of that. You can borrow the rest. There are limits on how much you can borrow from banks. You can get a partnership group together, which is what Josh Harris has done. Josh Harris has the minimum of 30%, and others have different percentages. Magic Johnson, 4%, for example, $240 million, just for 4% of the team. Good Lord. But for Brian Davis, he's got to have $2.1 billion that he can acquire that 30% with. And then he's got to have the resources to run the team afterward. You got to pass rigorous financial examination to be the primary owner of an NFL team. And I look at it this way: hey, maybe the guy's got $2.1 billion, but if he does, he's the most secret and clandestine billionaire the world has ever seen. Because it's hard to hide when you're a billionaire. How does this guy that no one has ever heard of, that played basketball for Duke, played for the Minnesota Timberwolves for a couple years, and then by all appearances and accounts disappeared? He's got $2.1 billion that he can use to buy a football team all of a sudden. Congratulations if it's true, but there's just something about it, Chris, that doesn't seem right.
Well, obviously. I mean, and like, there's obviously something there. I don't know what it is. I mean, like you're talking about there. Is it too late, Mike? Like, you know, or is it already done with the Josh Harris thing here? Like, period? Or can this actually still happen? Is the NFL still looking into who's helping him out and his team or whatever? Like, yeah, I don't know. Where does this go?
If it's a real $7 billion, it's not too late. Bank of America, which is handling the transaction, has a clear interest financially in getting the most money because as the industry operates, they get a piece of the transaction.
So we know that didn't happen, so there's no reason for us to go down that hole.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brian Davis.
Yeah. Yep. But we know it's going to this Josh Harris and Magic Johnson is a 4% stakeholder at $245 million.
Yeah. It's pretty good, Magic.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
good day to
he's known for winning championships of whatever team he owns. So
I think that's good for the city of DC too, to have somebody like that involved.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, they needed some type of positive reflection on that organization. And actually, to get back to last week, the Dwayne Haskins, while they didn't list details, the defendants wasn't the Commanders. It was actually 2 restaurants, a golf range, the driver, and another restaurant. but basically it was a details weren't disclosed, but it's apparently a robbery and bribery conspiracy.
Wow.
And he was drugged.
Yep.
And so they were all named as defendants. So nothing has been settled yet, but that's the latest. But the commanders weren't named; it was all the other people were defendants. So,
wasn't he with the Steelers though?
Was he was with the Steelers when he died?
He was with the Steelers when he died.
Okay, yeah, but they weren't named in it. It was just the golfing range, 2 restaurants, the driver, and I think that was it. So
yeah, somebody had stolen his watch, I guess, and basically he was slipped a Mickey.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Like it's a cold, cruel world out there, and for that to have happened like that, and it's not more public. Like nobody talked about that. That's not big news. Especially when he died.
It's been a long investigation too.
Yeah, like he was murdered.
Yeah, basically,
he was murdered.
That's what it sounds like to me.
It's just like they bury what they want to bury. Just like the Brett Favre. Did you hear that his attorney's request to be dismissed from the lawsuit was denied? Basically, it was called it was called a long a press release as opposed to a law document. It was laughed out of court. So he's named as a part of the suit, Brett Favre. So, but that's still no one's really talking about that either.
No.
We're not surprised, are we?
Yeah, I mean, every week it comes up, and anyway. So all right, so that's the NFL. What else we got happening? I'm trying to prolong the conversation until we basketball, and he put the tank fight at the end. Benny hit me. He said he's caught up in a meeting right now, but he's going to try to hop on. We'll see what happens. I'm trying to save the boxing conversation for him. But what else is happening in sports that's worth talking about before we get to the NBA?
What's happening in sports outside of the NBA?
Outside of the NBA, it's just about the NBA right now.
Well, besides the draft, I mean, it is kind of ironic. I don't know if you guys are hearing how CJ Stroud has certainly dropped out of nowhere.
Yeah,
like out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
This white boy has moved up like to the number 2 spot.
Doesn't that always kind of occur?
Yeah, it always happens.
Well, they hit Stroud with the IQ test, with the Heimlich maneuver.
He got an 18 on the test. He got the lowest. He got one of the lowest scores.
That's how they got him.
It's always the test.
Right. Yeah, man. He gonna end up getting drafted, and he probably gonna be the pick of the draft.
Yep.
What about the kid who ran the 4.03, and they said it was a 4.3?
Wow.
He ran a 4.03, and they said that they were trying to debate, but they timed him at 4.3, and they were saying that if he was a 4.03, he would have been the number 1 pick in the draft.
Hold on. The boy ran a 4.0. He basically ran a 4 flat.
He ran a 4 flat.
He ran a 4 flat.
Yeah.
That was this year's draft?
So somebody going to get a steal.
What the other day? Yeah, this the other day. They said a dude ran a 4.03.
Can he catch?
And they trying to say there was a clock discrepancy, but a lot of people there said that was a real 4.0. Like they try his status is fluctuating because people don't think 4.3 is different than 4.0.
Yes, sir.
Oh, for sure. For sure. For sure. Like 4.3 is reasonable.
Yeah.
4.03
is world class.
It's world class speed.
That's Tyreek Hill. That's
Is it? No, that's faster than Tyreek.
Of course it is. That's probably faster than the league. 4.0.
Somebody getting the steal of the draft.
That's a car. That's a Mustang.
That's like we might see a 3.9 get laid down.
I mean, you look at these dudes.
3.8.
You got defensive tackles and running 4.4s now, 4.5s.
Yeah.
So it's real possible. Like these big dudes, it's scary how fast they are and how high they jumping and all this stuff. You know.
Yep.
But I also saw an interview with the NFLPA president saying the NFLPA is trying to get rid of the combine because they said, you know, it's literally like a meat
like slavery.
You know?
I think they can have senior day, right? You have pro day. Yep. I think pro day is enough. I don't think you need the combine.
Yep.
You go to the school, pro day. I think that's good.
Yeah, and he's basically saying, you know, what we all know. It's to knock dudes down to decrease their value. So that's where they at with it.
It's been doing that for a minute though.
Exactly.
Because all you got to do is turn on the draft and you black player up for the draft. His father's nephew's uncle's cousin's brother. He was an alcoholic, but he's managed to make it through. That's how they do the draft. That's the whole draft right there.
All right, so let me see. All right, man, let's hop to these playoffs, B. Let's hop to these playoffs.
Hey, go ahead. Get your shit off, please.
No. Let's talk about these. Let's talk about these Knicks first.
Yeah.
Well, we cruising right now. I mean, like while I think we may, you know, it's going to be a tough one to get that game in Cleveland. I expect them to win, but Game 6 back in Madison Square Garden, I don't think they got a shot. And it's the same thing I was talking last week. I think that the Garden is too big for these cats. Donovan probably show up, but the other cats can't, and he hasn't even shown up. But all in all, the Knicks have been, knock on wood, the healthiest team so far to sustain that health, and they've been balling. They've been playing D, and they had the clear home court advantage. So, listen, I hope Jimmy Buckets continue to do his thing and they knock Milwaukee out of there because that only helps us for the next round.
So you still believe y'all going to get to the next round?
Yeah.
Cleveland ain't beating us 3 straight games.
Nah.
They're just not.
Nah.
That's not gonna happen.
The Knicks is gonna win this series, bro.
Yeah,
the Knicks gonna win that series.
I mean, we were better than them, and that's why, you know, I wasn't really too worried going into it. We were better than them during the regular season. It was close. I thought it would go 7, but yeah, we definitely are deeper than them. We playing better defense than them, and they're just not showing up. Their bigs are not showing up at all.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Matt, look, I don't think Cleveland's going to win the series. I think Cleveland might get another game, but they're not going to win the series at all. Knicks look really good. Hey, Jalen Brunson is phenomenal. Josh Hart is just a winner.
Yeah.
You know,
they're both just from programs that produce winning. So
yes.
Well, they're teammates. They're Villanova teammates. You know what I'm saying? Winning that natty together. So I think that they're gonna be tough. I think they'll beat Miami, but I think they could be a tough out for Boston in the finals if they meet.
What about Randall getting benched?
I like it because he looked awful, yo.
He was looking terrible.
Who got benched?
He was
Randall.
awful.
I think he's still hurt. I think he's still hurt with that ankle.
Yeah.
You think he's still hurt, or is it just the playoff pressure?
Man, he was bitching up, man. He was walking up and down the court. He didn't get past he didn't get past he was acting like a bitch. He was crying to the refs, blowing his shots, and then walking up and down the court, acting like a little bitch. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's been Randall's MO. Like that's who he is. That's who he is. And luckily, Obi has come in and played really well.
Well, yeah, RJ is the one who he finally showed up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? RJ.
Really? I'd be honest with you, I haven't really locked into that series.
Yeah, RJ finally showed up. He had a good game. He had a good game.
He dropped 26 last game.
Yeah, and that's what they've always needed. They've always needed RJ to step up.
Yeah, he finally showed up. Showed up.
Yep.
I think that Miami Knicks series will go 7 games. Jimmy Buckets, man, he different,
bro.
He different. And y'all know I talk about this all the time. He's a killer.
What? Oh, yeah. He's one of my favorite players in the league, man. Easy.
Yeah.
They don't make him like that. They don't make him no more like that.
For real. Yeah.
And as amazing as what he did, the 56, they needed every single one of those because he had 20 in the first quarter. And had he not had it, they'd have been probably down because they were down 15 at the half. They'd have been down more. Or no, they were down as much as 15 and 7 at the half. And then he had another 20 in the fourth quarter. I mean, he was beasting, yo.
He was balling.
Beasting.
Wow. It's something about Milwaukee with Jimmy Buckets that he see Milwaukee and he just got it in for them boys.
Yeah, but it's like looking at Miami. What was that? 3 years ago in the bubble.
Yeah,
and how they were the surprise team in the playoffs. Yep. And even last year, like we were expecting something from them. Do they just have that switch for the playoffs? Did they just turn on?
Well, actually, they got a good coach. They got a coach that's underrated. Spolster's a real good coach.
Yeah, one of the best coaches in the league. But Jimmy has that leadership ability. He understands it's about the playoffs, and he leads them in a different way. And they also got, even though Udonis don't play, he gives them a certain locker room leadership that a lot of teams just don't have.
Yeah.
If Memphis had that, they'd be much better.
We gotta recognize though, Giannis was hurt 11 minutes into the first game and then played the next 2 games, and this series ain't over, yo. I mean, they got a 3-1 lead too, but
Oladipo just had a bad spill the other day.
He's gone. He's done for the season. And so is Tyler Hero. So I mean,
he tore his patella tendon.
Yeah, I saw the replay. It was horrible.
I feel bad for that brother, man. Oladipo, man. He just have tough luck.
Yeah. So Philly Brooklyn is over.
Yeah. But Embiid got hurt though. We got to watch that. We got to see how and when he comes back, because Doc Rivers said that there was no change. He didn't look optimistic, but he just better hope that the other series is stretched out so he can just get as much rest as possible.
I just think the Sixers going to fold anyway, because I think Harden tends to fold at some point in the playoffs. Bad game Harden emerges.
I mean, hasn't he already disappeared, kind of, sort of?
Yeah.
Well, he got ejected from the game
too, right now.
Well, he's been playing well, but he got ejected for that game. Speaking on that, what do y'all think about all these ejections and all these things that happen? Because it's been very, very inconsistent. Because Embiid should have been ejected. Obviously, Dylan Brooks did get it.
I don't think Embiid should have been ejected.
No, I think Embiid should have been ejected. What's more problematic than even the fouls or the ejections or lack thereof is dudes hitting other players in the nuts.
Yeah.
And going for the nuts. What's that about?
Yeah, it's been going on for a long time too.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I'm just gonna hit you in your nuts.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's when you're really trying to take somebody out.
Right. But the Embiid situation seemed like more him trying to get dude you're just not gonna walk over me. And he didn't try to kick him in the nuts. He kicked him in, you kind of kicked him in the ass. I thought it was a definite tech. I didn't think he should have been thrown out the game, though.
What about Harden?
He kicked up,
I don't think Harden should have been thrown out the game.
I don't think Harden should have been thrown out. I think Embiid should have, because he kicked up. Embiid kicked up. Like you ain't have to. You could have kicked sideways or whatever.
He was dude is over you. You needed a moment. Man, get off me. Like he didn't.
But he
like,
wasn't. He wasn't on. It wasn't like he wasn't on him. Like he ain't step over him, look down on him.
Oh, he was about to.
Nah, he stepped over because I don't see anywhere else he could have gone. To be honest,
man.
But if you look at the play, where else could he have stepped?
You're not gonna Scottie Pippen me, son. That's not going down.
I'm not saying it. I'm saying where else?
But see that once you do something that's not a basketball move, it's not a basketball play. You should get kicked out.
I just think
if you're not doing a basketball play, you should get kicked out. Harden,
like Embiid kicked up, and it could have been lethal if he connected.
Nah, get out of here.
Pull the clip up.
He had no inertia. He had no leverage. He threw his leg up, just threw his leg up in the air.
No.
He was laying on the floor, so there's no wind up.
You don't kick your leg up that much.
He's still 300 pounds. He's a big dude. Don't get it twisted.
He's laying on his back, gentlemen.
Don't get it twisted. It's still like a bat coming at you.
If you laying on your back, why do you need to kick your leg up?
Because the dude is standing over me, grilling me.
So that means, first of all, he wasn't grilling. Pull the clip up.
I'll pull it up right now.
If you laying on your back, you don't need to do anything. And like Buddha said, it wasn't a basketball play.
If it's not a basketball play, get out the game.
Keep it going.
That's it.
You should have got kicked out straight up.
Hold the tech and keep it moving.
If it's not a basketball
you
play,
call a tech, you kick a brother out for not doing a basketball play.
Yes.
That's it.
He was mad because the dude was was walking over him. That's why I said last time that Draymond deserved to get kicked out because that wasn't a basketball play. You can't stomp on somebody's chest and jump up in the air and not get kicked out. You can't kick a nigga in the ass and not expect to get kicked out the game. I mean, what?
But look, and the way it was, in order to kick him in the ass, your foot had to go between his legs.
Yeah, because that's what he intended. Because that's what he walked over me.
His leg could have hit his nuts.
Yeah, but walking over somebody doesn't hurt. Walking over somebody just hurt his pride.
Yes.
Okay, that's not something I'm hurting you.
Thank you.
Okay, and it was the same thing with the guy who grabbed Draymond's leg. It didn't hurt. Yeah, he grabbed his leg to try to impede his speed, but it didn't hurt. Stomping on somebody's chest, you're trying to hurt me. Kicking me in the ass, you're trying to hurt me. You deserve it.
And he didn't step over him and stand there. He just stepped over him and tried to keep it moving.
No, he just stepped over him.
He ain't stepped over him and rah and do all that. He just stepped over.
No.
Come on, man. Come on, stop.
That was just his pride. That was just his pride.
Co-signing Draymond, dropping Jordan Poole in the gym.
Say that again.
Y'all the same dudes co-signing Draymond, putting hands on Jordan Poole in the gym.
Who co-signed that?
Coach E co-signed
that. Wasn't in the game.
That wasn't in the game. That's in practice. Stop talking reckless. Stop talking reckless.
Listen, I probably would have popped Jordan in the. He needed to get popped in the mouth.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Stop talking reckless, man.
That nigga was talking too much shit and acting too cocky.
I think it's a little different between practice and a game. I think that's a little bit different, but that's neither here or there.
No, I'm just saying. Listen, I definitely see
if that won that
game, getting thrown out, and I don't think Harden should have got thrown out either.
I don't think Harden should have got thrown out.
That was a bad.
No, hell no. Because that was a basketball move. It was a basketball move. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like it was a basketball move.
Right. I agree.
Harden shouldn't have got.
It was a basketball.
Embiid should have got thrown out.
That's the whole thing right there. It's got to be a basketball move. It's a basketball move. All bets are off.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We got an official on the call. Yeah. We got an expert.
So why do you say? How come he get thrown out? How come he get thrown out?
Because he's Embiid and he about to be the MVP.
Well,
he got lucky. Is what happened.
Y'all remember that commercial? Back in the day, IBM, you make the call. And they showed Kevin McHale knock somebody out, and they were like, "Is this a foul?" And they were like, "Because he's a Boston Celtic, this is not a foul."
Hey, let me tell you, if you flip that situation, and it's Nick Claxton picking Embiid, Nick Claxton is kicked out the game.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
That's unfortunate. Yeah. But all right, so Atlanta and Boston's going at it right now. We expect Boston to finish that off, right?
Yeah, because no DeJounte, he got suspended for actually swearing at and touching up a ref.
Yeah, he bumped the ref. Yeah,
as he was leaving the court the other night.
Yeah,
so he's suspended tonight. So they sure-handed tonight.
Yeah, they
up right now 27-24, 2:16 left in the first.
That's early.
You can't touch it.
A lot of game left. A lot of game.
Well, if we on the topic of refs, what about well, first of all, Draymond saved himself getting thrown out because I don't know if y'all saw that demonstrative scream after he blocked Sabonis the other night and they let it go. Did y'all see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he screamed at the top of his lungs.
Go. But now, were y'all watching the Milwaukee Heat game last night? Did y'all see that?
No,
I didn't see it.
See, Wes, I wanted to see what you thought about because in their comeback, now the Bucks will lead. They were up 12 with 6 minutes to go. Ultimately, Heat went on a 13-0 run, which why they didn't call timeout, I don't know. But, and this is what I was going to ask you about, Wes. When they took the lead, Buckets got a dunk, a breakaway dunk, and he rattled he tried to pull the screws out there. Now, that could have easily been called a tech.
Should have been a tech.
It should have been a tech.
Yeah, they don't call that much.
He was swinging on the rim like it was monkey bars.
It was, and justifiably could have been a tech. And that's what I'm saying. With all these techs and everything going back and forth, the inconsistently is.
If he was swinging on there like monkey bars, that's a tech because basically all he's doing is inciting the other team anyway, right?
Yeah. Because
they down 20 and now he's swinging on the rim. That's just gonna be something else later on, maybe, potentially. So they should have called that. That's an easy one too. Because they ain't gonna lose nothing by calling that.
I don't know if I've seen a guy do that in a long time. The way he swung on that rim.
How many points did he have at that juncture?
I don't know, a good 40.
No. That was when they took the lead. So that was probably with 3 minutes to go in the game. Because that was at 101 to 100. So that was probably his 50th point.
He was closing in on 50 or had 50 at that point.
Yeah.
Well,
you know, I want you on Chris.
Look, I'm a dunker, and I sanction all hanging on rims. I sanction hanging on rims. Hanging on rims is the shit.
Man, I used to turn my back in the
all
layup
hanging on rims is legal. Yeah, it's me.
Buddha, that was your specialty.
Oh man, listen, I used to throw it off the gym wall. I used to come in high school, throw it off the back gym wall, catch that bitch, and warm up and get attacked because in high school couldn't dunk and shit. But they'd be like, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" I throw it off the wall, bang, Catch that bitch. All dunks, all hanging on the rim should be legal.
That's what I'm saying. If I have to come on the court and catch me dunking, I turn my head.
Hold on for a second.
Hey, I'm 55, so back in those days they didn't have the breakaways in high school, so we couldn't dunk because they ain't had no breakaways. But when they got the breakaways, they start, sometimes they tell the refs don't come out at the beginning. They let us dunk before the refs come out.
That's not the way you're talking about it.
No, that wasn't it.
That's not it.
That's not it.
This was in the fourth quarter.
It's a breakaway.
Yeah, that wasn't nothing.
Nah, he was.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it was some old monkey bar playground type stuff.
I seen him running down the court talking about this my shit.
Yeah.
It was right after that.
Nah, that was at the end of the game.
He didn't say that until he hit the J. When he swung on the rim, he did the scream. He did the motherfucking scream.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I can't find it.
Yo, ain't nothing like it. Hang on the rim. Especially when nobody else down court either. He was by himself.
Yep. No, like you can hang on the rim and somebody's underneath you.
Yeah, exactly. You still get some time to hang on the rim, but they used to do that because rims weren't breakaways. That's one rule that I think since now they got breakaways and all that. Go ahead and let the man hang on the rim.
Yeah. Well, do you remember Dow Dawkins coming to Clifford Scott and breaking the black?
They doing it anyway.
Do you remember that, Buddha? When Dow Dawkins came to Clifford Scott and broke the backboard?
I was there. I was there in the stands. I was there in the stands egging him on. I was there, and I went and picked up a piece of glass and brought it home. He wouldn't dunk the whole time he was there because he was doing a camp. So we was in the stands. We was in the stand talking shit to him. We was in the stand like, come on, man, fucking dunk, man. You the fucking what was his
Chocolate Thunder?
Yo, Chocolate Thunder, nigga, you Chocolate Thunder. Come on, give us a dunk. He did not dunk the whole time. Yeah, it was Chocolate Thunder.
Yeah.
Chocolate Thunder.
Well, he wouldn't dunk the whole time. So the camp was over. Because he was with the kids. The camp was over. Yeah, he looked at us. He said, all right, I'm going to give y'all one. And he turned around and shattered the fucking glass. We went crazy. Glass went everywhere, yo. We ran down. All of us got picking up glass. And he bought new backboards for the gym for the school.
Wow.
He bought new backboards for the school.
Yeah, I was in middle school when that happened.
Word.
I just heard the legend.
But he shattered our shit. Bro, I was right there. I was right there in the bleachers talking shit to him up at Scott.
Was you at East Orange when Spud Webb came in the little dunk contest?
I was dunking. That was me dunking. That was me dunking against Spud Webb. Me and
Halim.
I was in the dunk contest against Spud Webb at East Orange High School. Me and Halim.
I remember hearing about that.
And Spud Webb did some. Yeah, Halim. Me and Lean was in that dunk. And Spud Webb did some shit that he didn't even do in the pro dunk. He did some shit. I didn't know Spud had it like that. Spud got some shit.
Yeah, obviously.
He got more shit than he showed.
He still got some shit.
He got more than what he showed in that dunk contest. He has some real dunks. Like
there's a video of Spud Webb showing up somewhere with like
the nigga damn near took off
at like 50 years old, and he's just laughing and joking. He grabbed the ball, went up, dunk, bow. At 50.
At 50.
At 50.
At
With a suit on.
Yeah, man. All right, well, speaking of 50
look,
years,
me and Halim was towering over Spud.
Yeah.
Spud short as hell. Me and Halim was towering over Spud. And that motherfucker was jumping out the fucking gym.
So Buddha,
I did a tap backwards. Nigga tapped it and did the tap 360. He tapped the backboard 360. I was like, this little motherfucker. He's the man.
Legend of Spud.
I give Spud all the credit.
man, 5 foot. What is he? 5 foot.
Yeah, man.
He's 5'8", 5'5", 6.
5'6" or 5'7". Yeah. He ain't no 5'8". He about 5'6" or 5'7".
Yeah. That's crazy.
But he had bunnies.
Right. So speaking of 50-year-old,
he basically took off from damn near to the throat on me.
Crashing my segue. He's just crashing my segue, Buddha. Yo, Buddha. Yo, Buddha. You keep crashing my segue.
I'm hearing you.
You keep crashing my segue. I'm trying to talk about 50-year-old still putting it down. My man put up 22 points, 20 rebounds. I think he's hearing us late too. Yo,
what you think he gonna be doing at 50?
Shit, he's 50 right now. In basketball years, according to Kevin Garnett. So, I didn't get a chance to see the game. I'm just seeing the stats and seeing the replays, seeing the highlights. What did y'all think about it?
That's one of them games. That's one of them games that he had. Like, you know, where you say, damn, if I could have seen that, like he dominated he played big. Like LeBron played big. Like he played like a big man. Like it was crazy. Like
he took the final shot.
Yeah. It was just one of those games. You like, okay, it was one of them games. Like, okay, he was dominating.
That might have been the first time I was proud of LeBron. Remember I said in the check, I said great game.
Yeah.
You never heard me say that.
I took it all in. I
was like, he finally did what I wanted to see him do all these years. He didn't look to pass it. He went.
He just played big. Like he played like he was the bully on the playground.
He wasn't settling for jump shots. He was going to the whole like. I was like, this is how he should be playing. He played bully ball.
Hold on, yo, Buddha. If you're not talking, you got to mute your mic because your echo is killing it. It's like echo everywhere. We're hearing this two conversations at the same time, basically.
He played bully ball, which is what you do against kids who talk a lot. You just bully them. And I was so proud of him, man. You probably never hear me say this again, Hawk. I was proud of the way he played because that was beautiful. That's how you shut loudmouth, little talking.
That's what I was gonna say, Coach. Like, you know, all the LeBron hate I give out, but when you shut cats down like that, they were these young boys talking all this smack and hash. It was just straight. It was the park. It was the park. It was the park. I was like, okay. LeBron was like, he put his little gym bag down. He tied up his shoes. pulled up his socks real high.
Yeah.
And they were like, look at this old cat coming on the court. And he gave them the business.
And he did it in a way, no, I'm not going to give you 40. I'm going to give you 20 and 20, which is even more
still 40.
Yeah, that's more hurtful to give you 20 and
still
20.
40. Still 40.
Yeah, but they don't get it. They had it. They really were on the ropes. LeBron had to save him.
Yeah, exactly.
He did what he was supposed to do, though. But here's the part which I was disappointed in Memphis. And this is where Dillon Brooks should never say anything about defense ever. Because on the one hand, Dillon Brooks was guarding Reeves. LeBron's driving hard right. LeBron drive hard right. He's going to the basket. You got to cut him off. Dillon Brooks kind of foot faked at him and went back to Reeves. Yo, let Reeves catch it and go for the three, who's never been in that position. It's not like it's a guy who has been known to hit threes in clutch situations. Cut off LeBron and make LeBron make that pass. Let Reeves beat you. Don't let LeBron beat you. It was just, I thought that was terrible defense. And I think Desmond Bain said it in the press conference. He was like, yo, LeBron's driving hard right. That's bad scouting report.
Yeah.
That's not listening to scouting report.
Wow.
You don't let LeBron go. If LeBron's driving right, he's going to shoot the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Jaren Jackson had the right block on him, but LeBron put it, what do you call it?
He put it up high.
Put it up high and kissed the glass.
Jaren Jackson couldn't get, but he drove right. You're not going to block that.
Mm-hmm.
If it's left, you got a shot. So, that I thought that was terrible on Memphis' part. But that's to me the deficiency in Memphis. They talk a lot, but then they do stupid things.
Yeah. They got next. They got next now.
They got next. Wow. And I want somebody to ask Ja Morant, is he worried about the West now?
Yeah, you still good in the West?
Yeah.
Yo, Buddha, what you got to say about what happened? What went down?
Oh. Well, when he came out on LeBron for that last bucket, that was the greatest right there, because I didn't want him to settle for jumper, and he looked him right in his eye and was like, I'm about to take you to the fucking hole. And he took his ass to the left and got in traffic and still scored it. That's the bucket that sealed the game right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it was just perfect because it was right on Brooks' ass when he squared up on Bron, right at the top of the key, and everybody can see it. Me against you. Sit your ass down. Next, like you said, like a park game. Next.
Yeah, next. That's what it felt like to me. It felt like a park game. Like I was like,
it was perfect.
It was just straight.
That was perfect. But I still got a problem with AD. That whole game, like I still got a problem with AD.
Triple singles by the third quarter.
Yeah, he had 4 going into the third, I think.
Yeah, he ended up with 12, but I think AD might be on the tape, man.
Well, he didn't look engaged. I know that, and he played like ass. And it's these. I get the game 2 and game 4. He both, because game 3 was a beast.
Yeah.
Hey, Black, go out and come back in.
Yeah.
Go out and come back in.
Yeah, I mean, AD, man, he can't string them together in the playoffs right now. I don't know what's going on with him.
Well, that next one in Memphis is going to be a tough one to get. And now you have one game in between each game, and you talk about that long 4-hour plane ride from Memphis to LA. So all I'm saying is Memphis is probably going to get the next one in Memphis. So
Yeah.
the Lakers, it's going to behoove the Lakers to close them out in that game 6. Because, these young boys can fly back and forth like that. I don't know if LeBron, his old legs, and these other cats. So
they're not doing a 3-day break in between the games on that series? Because that was the last series to go to game 4. Y'all noticed that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And now it's only a game in between each game instead of the 2 games that a couple of these other series got. So.
And remember, Memphis flies out right after their games. They don't hang around. They don't get to party. They don't get to go out. They leave the arena and go to the plane. So that's even better for them as far as rest and everything.
Yeah, and they're younger, less wear and tear on the body.
Yep.
So I mean, the Lakers basically had to get that. They didn't want that series to be evened up 2-2 because it would have been tough going back to Memphis. So.
Yep. Now I was happy for the Lakers, but what still worries me, AD not showing up, and Austin Reeves basically was their leading scorer. Mm-hmm. I'm never comfortable with that.
Yeah, you got Austin Reeves, Hachimura are like the ones putting up the points over the last couple games.
And I don't know why he's still playing Vanderbilt. What's going on with my man Lonnie Walker? What happened to Lonnie Walker, man?
Well, I think they're just using Vanderbilt as a defensive stopper. It gives them, some help down low, and defense.
And he started out hot. He had, I know he had like 2 blocks in the first 5 minutes of the game, Vanderbilt. So I mean, he's definitely trying to establish that defensive presence early. Mm-hmm. But they
can do that coming off the bench.
They're getting a lot of key points from the role players. I mean, because D'Lo, first of all, those 3 big threes were crazy. Yeah. So he was in double figures. Hachimura was in double figures. Reeves in double figures. And even though AD stunk up the joint, they were able to hang around because everybody else was, balanced on the scoring. And
I thought them 3 threes that D'Lo hit were huge. They were huge. But, him fouling out is like, come on, man. You got to be a better defender. You got to be really hacking to foul out in an NBA game.
That's true.
Yeah. Man, so we got talk about Phoenix
and the D'Lo.
What are you saying? You said
the Clippers and Phoenix. Saying that D'Lo should have been ashamed of himself fouling out that game because.
Yeah, we only getting part of what you're saying, Buddha.
Yeah, I think there's a delay on your side. Remember that show you came on early, and we had to have you come out and come back in because there was a delay. You were catching everything we were saying late.
Now he's on mute.
Yeah, because I think he's trying to figure it out. Like we're saying things and he's catching it like I think 15, 30, 15, 20 seconds later.
It's that LA delay.
It's that LA delay. So good, fuck up the Wi-Fi signal and shit.
I still feel like the Phoenix Clippers series is a second round matchup, man. It pains me to watch these guys play in the first round.
But even though Paul George and Kawhi are playing,
I would like to see Paul George play in the second round. It just feels like that's a second round matchup. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That matchup just happened too early for me.
But I mean, so what do you guys think is really going on with Kawhi? It's his sister.
He don't have no cartilage in his knees.
No,
yeah. He's hurt.
Is he?
Yeah, he can't. Yeah, there's no load, man. He's hurt, and like Coach says, he literally has no cartilage in his knees. It's like managing that is just almost unbearable. So
dude put up 36 points the night before.
Yeah, because if they shoot you up, they shoot you up before the game. Once that wears off,
and then he ain't traveling to London and getting his stuff spun.
Yeah, yeah. And once that shot wears off, that pain come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he ain't flying overseas real quick before the game.
Yeah,
jumping in the chamber. I'm just saying.
Getting the Kobe.
the Tiger Woods chamber. He ain't getting up there. He didn't get to that.
The Kobe. The Kobe chamber.
Yeah, the Kobe chamber. The Kobe chamber. Yeah, Kobe was in that chamber.
Yo, mic check 1 2, Buddha. Let's see what's real.
Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Did you hear me?
Yeah, we
can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Yeah.
You can't hear me?
That's that delay.
It's a delay.
You hearing us way late. Like we're talking.
Okay, I got him quick.
You just hear it.
Yeah, I'm hearing y'all late.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, we can hear you. We hear you, but you just hear us late.
My shit coming in late too.
So listen, we try to figure this out and bring you back next week.
Yeah, I just heard that.
Yeah.
All right, no doubt. Peace, fellas.
All right, Buddha. Peace out, Blizz. Blizzard.
Y'all just not hearing that? Peace.
Peace out, Blizz.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but these series being a couple too early, I get that, but how would you switch them up? Like this?
I wouldn't. I'm not. It's not. I'm just expressing. No, it's. They got to do what they got to do. It just feels like a second round matchup. That's all I'm saying.
Like this Golden State series too. We haven't talked about that. What y'all think's gonna happen with that? And De'Aaron Fox, but I don't know if y'all heard, but he broke his
broken finger.
He's gonna play though.
Hey, look, Golden State gonna win the series now. I think I might have called Hawk last week. It was like, yo, the NBA is just a setup at this point. It's just a setup. I mean, the way they scheduled the Clippers series, it was set up in a way that Paul George couldn't come back during the Clippers series. Just how the games were mapped out.
Yeah, but it's like they didn't do that. That's just the way it felt.
No, they did that because, like Wes earlier said, you could put a couple days in between games if you want. You do what you want. The
Lakers was the last team to get to Game 4.
Yeah,
they opened up on a Sunday. They had Monday, Tuesday off, played again Wednesday, had Thursday, Friday off, played again Saturday.
Yeah,
had Monday, they came back yesterday, right? Was it?
And that's not what they should have gotten as a play-in team. They shouldn't have got that easy schedule, but. That's how it goes. The NBA can do what they want. And Paul George said it like, yo, I'm disappointed in how they scheduled us for the playoffs. So, and because
everybody talks about the first round going 2 to 3 weeks anyways, which is ridiculous.
Right.
Like if you start this, if they have the first round starts on a Saturday, the teams that play Saturday, I understand they're trying to get a game in on Saturday. Teams are scheduled to play Monday, right? Typically, Sunday team is scheduled to play Tuesday. They're not going to do four quadruple headers each day, but they should have 2 games on early, 2 games on late, and just keep switching back if they have to do it, like they do for the NCAA. Put it on Sports Channel.
No, they do it for hockey now too. The hockey playoffs.
Put it on Sports Channel, but they should be playing Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, like that, right? Mm-hmm. And then the other ones should be playing Saturday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, like that. That's how they should do it in the playoffs. Just every other day.
And they always have that one game that can be on NBA TV, and the other ones are on TNT or ESPN or however they do it.
However they do it. They should just do it that way. Yeah. You have the quadruple headers on Saturday and Sunday, and then on Monday and Tuesday you do the NBA channel and TNT. You do it like that.
They were forced to accommodate greatness, no doubt.
That's what they do.
Yeah. I mean, I looked at it as a setup, and teams that may have had a chance to, well, you really can't say Sacramento would upset Golden State because they are the higher seed, but
yeah,
it's always a.
But we said this in the beginning. We said that Denver, Sacramento, and Memphis, 2 of those teams could go down in the first round. We said that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that's about to go down.
It's about to go down.
Yep. That's about to go down. So
now, Denver's up 3-0.
3-1.
But that's also tonight too. So
that should end the night. I mean, Minnesota might get it. Minnesota was just trying not to get swept. Like,
exactly.
Anthony Edwards after the game, he wasn't saying like, "Yo, we trying to win the series. We just, needed to win that, so they didn't get swept." Right.
Well, they kept giving these games up at the end because they were competitive in the first 3. Well, actually, the second and third game they just couldn't get over. But they're gonna lose tonight. Going back to that altitude, Denver. Yeah,
my boy Kyle Anderson though is playing good ball. He's playing good ball.
But he's out for tonight, right?
Yeah.
That eye injury. I mean, he got poked in the eye, so he's out tonight.
Slow-mo.
And he's also playing for the China national team.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. His mom is half. Well, not even half. Her grandfather is Chinese, so he's going to play for the Chinese national team.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He's an American.
Yeah, well, his mom is the grandfather is Chinese. Went to Jamaica, and so that's how the Chinese lineage is there. When she did, how you do the ancestry test.
Yeah,
he did the test and found the family over in China. He went last summer, met the Chinese family, and so now he's going to play with China, which is a huge money moving forward. There's a lot of money over there to be made, and Steph is a testament to that. In fact, speaking of China, CP3 said if he don't win it with KD, he going over to China with Dwight Howard.
With Taiwan, right?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's super duper weird, considering the political climate right now. That.
And that's what Slow-Mo said. Like when they went over to China, they didn't know if they would be accepted or how they would be accepted.
Man, you don't want to be Brittany Griner.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
He has Chinese blood, so there's a little difference from Brittany.
Is he American? He has dual citizenship? How do you have dual citizenship between the United States and China?
I don't think you don't need to dual citizenship. Just like Carl Anthony Towns plays for Dominican Republic. He doesn't really have dual citizenship, but his mom is Dominican.
God forbid the fit hit the shan. You want to come back to the United States or you good in China?
I actually might want to stay in China, man.
Did you say the fit hit the shan?
The fit hit the shan. If the fit hit the shan.
I was like, wait. I think he said the fit hit the shan. I think he said that.
That's goodism.
You know what I mean?
The shan.
Keep it
okay.
You know what I mean? For this clip.
Yo, Cliff, check it out. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
The master, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. A gift.
Nice.
Yeah, man. So where we at? Phoenix, Clippers.
Well, that second round would be Lakers Warriors if it plays out that way, right?
As well as it should be.
Yeah. Lakers Warriors.
You know what though?
Steph, LeBron.
Nah.
Lakers. I think Lakers.
Draymond gonna pump 3D and it's gonna be a wrap.
Nah, I think Draymond's gonna play for the other team. He's gonna play for the Lakers.
Exactly, Wes.
Yes.
100%.
Draymond gonna play for the other team.
No.
Draymond trying so hard to get to LA. He
want to be on the Lakers so bad.
Stop it.
Yes.
He gonna show off. He gonna show out.
No, he not.
Klay Thompson's gonna show out, but Draymond's gonna play for the Lakers.
Yep. Draymond gonna be like, see, this is what I can do for y'all.
What you think?
I think Draymond's gonna show out just to. It's the same day, when Jordan picked up Rodman back in the day after he was, Rodman was doing all his antics. Jordan was just like, all right, be part of us. Same thing, Draymond. He's gonna bust him and the and then he'll be a Laker next year. But I don't know how that series is gonna go. Actually, it may be a 7-game series. To be honest with you,
I think it'll be 7.
I can't see Draymond not being Draymond. Whether he
is gonna be Draymond. I think he will.
He gonna be Draymond,
and I think they're gonna want him even more, especially if they send Lakers home.
Who does he do all them antics against on the Lakers?
AD. He gonna punk AD.
He gonna punk his future teammate.
Huh?
He ain't gonna punk his future teammate like that because LeBron will be mad at him. Why you doing that to AD?
No, he not. No, he not.
You know, AD can't deal with that, Dre. Stop doing that.
In the heated competition, LeBron has shown he don't care about none of that shit. If you can help him win next year, he'll rock with you. That's all that matters. Yeah. Are you in addition to what I'm doing? If you're not in addition to what I'm doing, I'm not fucking with you.
Hey,
whether I like you or not, I can hate you. Dude called him a bitch and kicked him in the nuts.
Draymond,
in this time, it was agency.
You know, LeBron is friends with everybody. AD, he's his little bro. He ain't gonna let Draymond punk his little bro and do all that stuff to him.
AD might be in Dallas next year. Stop it. I'm playing.
No.
We don't know how it's going to fall. We don't know how all this going to shake out because, I mean, these playoffs are far from over, because I tell you what, I think Milwaukee still got a shot of coming back. I think Sacramento's still going to take this to Game 7. So, some of these series aren't quite over yet.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, Sacramento, it's going to be interesting what De'Aaron Fox can do. It's his right hand?
No, it's his shooting hand. It's left.
Oh no, he's done.
On his index finger too.
Oh no, he's done. He's done. You can't have a broken index finger and be a good shooter.
No,
it's too important. It's too important.
But that momentum may carry them to get that one win back in Sacramento. Though.
Yeah, shoot it up. No.
Shooting hand, man. It's the feel. It's the feel.
And it's the tip too.
Yeah.
It's the tip.
Pause. But driving to the lane. Like he can still get to the basket.
Yeah, but shooting is all fingertips. And if you ain't got no feel in your fingertips, or you had no feeling in your fingertips, you don't know really. It's hard to shoot. It's hard to shoot.
Yeah.
You need them fingers to shoot.
He's gonna give it a go.
He is, and I can't wait to see it because he's such a tough. I love that kid, man.
And we gotta remember, Warriors still suck on the road, so I mean they still gotta win the game, and you got everybody else. Harrison Barnes is gonna look to step up. He missed that game.
He'll drop 40 on you.
Yeah, great point about Warriors on the road.
Mm-hmm.
They suck on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Awful on the road.
Yes, I think that just about covers everything in the NBA, right?
Yeah, but what about Trey apparently going to the Lakers next year?
Oh, that's rumors, but it sounds good. We'll see what happens.
I can see that happening because they know they're not getting Kyrie now. They done said no to that.
Yeah, but you really looking at what you have right now. Do you really need Trae Young? Do you really need to break this up for somebody who ain't gonna give you no defense? And he's gonna have to learn how to be a third fiddle.
No, that's a bad media narrative. Trae Young is what, top 5 in the league in steals? Like they say he don't play defense, but he gets steals.
Yeah.
I think that's just
you got to add something to this team anyway. It's not like this Lakers team is going to stand pat. They're going to add some superstar, something.
They only stand pat if they win a championship. then they might try and run it back. But
yeah, but they'll add something because they don't have.
I'm thinking like with this team only being together half a year, like give Darvin Ham a whole year, LeBron a whole year to function with this squad and build the rapport going into next season. It'd be different.
I don't think Austin Reeves is there next year. Somebody going to give him a lot of money.
Yep, that's what always happens.
That's the one I don't think is there next year.
He about to get paid.
Yep.
JT says.
Great point, JT. Great point.
Oh, and he looked awful. I don't know where he was throwing the ball to last night, boy.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, he definitely had a couple second row passes.
Yeah, but
that's actually the worst I've seen him look. He's
been what I'm saying, man. Like he usually steps up, bro.
He's been pretty solid. Yeah,
solid.
Awful.
And like when needed the most, he's represented.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been pretty good. I can't even get on Schrader. He's been pretty good most of the year.
Yeah, no, I've liked him actually, much more than D'Lo, to be honest.
Yeah, to be honest with you, yeah, for sure.
But he was throwing that.
You got to get consistency, man, because he could do you. He could put up numbers, but he could disappear too. Like,
but it's
D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough when you gotta guard John.
Too cool for school.
Too cool for school.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the point guard's having trouble though. You got to guard Ja, and that joker he putting pressure on you the whole game.
Who is it? Was it the Minnesota game? D'Angelo disappeared. Had like 4 points.
Yeah, he's known to do that.
Like he does that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But he'll give you a game with 20. He'll give up 28.
Well, he saved him yesterday. I mean, he
scored
3 late threes that killed that really brought him back, and then he fouled out. He showed up.
And his fouls were some bad fouls.
Mm-hmm.
Like he never played defense before type fouls.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually watched the game. So
yeah, so I guess the last point of conversation is Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Hard to the body.
I guess I'm just gonna take the guy named Tank. I don't know who either one of them are, but his name is Tank. I'm gonna take him.
Exactly, and you don't walk up, open body on a cat named Tank, okay? Right. without not expecting to get your livers busted all up, and that's what happened.
And you definitely should play. You should be on your best defense when the dude already said, "I'm gonna knock you out in the 7th and 8th round."
Mm-hmm.
So 7th and 8th round, if no other time, that's when you should be all defense.
Yeah. I saw a clip. Somebody breaking down his strategy, and I guess what was that the 4th round we put him down on the mat first time.
Yeah.
Right. So he showed like early just the way Garcia was stepping in. Tank would
and
get down real. He would get down real low, and Ryan would throw a boom, a left and a right.
Yep.
Right. And they said, okay, boom. And then he showed later, same move, feet positioning, how Ryan would put his feet on Tank's, would step on the insole of Tank's foot. And that signaled to Tank to throw that left. And he caught him up top, down on the joint. But what stopped the fight was the same thing, hit him in the kidney.
To the body. Yep.
To the body.
Because it's
all this up here.
Yep. It was a perfect setup because when you hit somebody up high, next time they gonna protect high and leave that body open. And Tank just hit him, and my man was like, and it was typical body punch too, where you don't feel it right away.
Oh, it's the liver. Once you hit that liver, you ain't surviving.
Yeah, it was like,
woo.
Ooh, all right, let me take a knee.
And going down.
Yeah. Bad things happen.
Hold on, we're gonna pull up some highlights real quick.
What an atmosphere! What electricity! The biggest.
Hold on, 1 second. We'll pull up some highlights real quick. So
he just didn't want to take another. He didn't want to take another punch like that.
So the brothers could see the work.
Fight of the year, Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia. Both men are undefeated. So-and-so has got to go. Gervonta Davis, a right hand on the inside. Take his time to the throws in the arm. He's going for that.
Lucky he got up from that.
The drama has picked up here in Las Vegas. Easier said than done. There's a right hand that could take. That take goes backwards. Tattooed with a left. There's a left hook. Landed for Garcia, followed by a right. But takes coming down. Garcia down for the second time in the fight.
Yo, that hurt. That really hurt. The way he whips him when he on that knee.
Oh yeah. He trying to breathe.
Yeah.
Davis is the new face of boxing. Welcome to his era.
Yeah.
Yo, that was that look. That was that look. How you do that?
He knew. He knew.
He can't breathe right there.
He can't breathe.
And there you see Gervonta.
He can't breathe.
It was a body shot of all things for Gervonta.
Oh my God.
He couldn't breathe.
Nah, he couldn't breathe.
Yo, he hit him, and he's like, "Yeah, nigga, wow, countdown,
Yeah, I'm done.
4, 3."
And Tank said he was telling me, "Yo, get up." And
He was like, "No mind."
No.
Oh, nah, I can't get up. I ain't getting up from that.
I ain't getting up. You're not hitting me like that again.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's like, I can't even move, let alone breathe.
Yeah.
So there's 3 fights on coming up for Tank. That's important if they can happen. Shakur Stevenson is one of them. And Haney, and who's the other dude? One more dude.
Is it Charlo? One of the Charlo brothers?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I'm not. I ain't no front. I ain't the best in boxing upkeep. But
yeah, I think it's one of the Charlo brothers. I'm not sure which one.
You know, the Tank fight was like everybody had their eyes on it, and he sure improved.
Did they have a rematch clause though?
I don't know. They talked about it. It's like it was a picture of them two after the fight, and Garcia had mentioned that he wanted a rematch, but I don't know if there's an actual clause in the contract.
And then Garcia has come out and said somebody in his camp leaked information to Tank, so he's saying all kind of stuff. So there may be a rematch.
Wait, did you see this though? Gervonta Davis trainer posted this on Instagram today after altercation with Bernard Hopkins at the weigh-in. Hold on 1 second. He said, "Coach, beware of B-Hop and testosterone cream. It will make you test dirty. Be careful." I don't know if you guys remember the at the weigh-in. At the last weigh-in, there was an altercation with Tank and B-Hop. And I was like, what was that about? This is Bernard Hopkins. This is legend. And they come to find out, it was like, nah, there's rumors that, they try to win by any means necessary.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was like the argument was about at the time. I thought it was strange, but now it makes sense.
It was like, keep your hands off me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Wow, I was like, it's Bernard Hopkins, legendary fighter in the game. How you like, wow. And then I saw that. I was like, whoa. Wow.
Isn't that how
gangster
Did Bernard beat De La Hoya with a body shot like that too, though? I think it was the same body shot.
I saw that fight, and I think he might have hit him with a body shot.
Like that same kind of shot to the liver.
Yeah,
that just, you know, takes everything out of you. The liver's not supposed to be hit.
No.
Not at all. Not at all.
So great.
Yeah,
right. I like Tank, but I do want to see him and Shakur fight. I think that's going to be a good one.
Yeah, hold on. Let me post something. JT got commentary.
Spence versus Crawford, JT. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, Roy did beat Virgil Hill that way.
Yeah, body shots.
Broke
a rib. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I like to see dudes get knocked out with a nice body shot, man.
Body, hard to the body. Mike,
that shows just good boxing right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot who Tyson fought, but Tyson hit somebody with a body shot early in his career, and the dude had the same look on my he was like this.
It was like Spinks. He hit Spinks with a body shot.
Yes,
oh man, you said what happened?
Yep.
Yo, ho, you ain't told me that.
Tyson was straight put you in Scottie Pippen mode.
Yeah.
When Tyson hit you with a body shot, everybody looked like Scottie Pippen. As soon as Tyson hits you, boy, Scottie Pippen come on your face. Like, oh snap!
Wow.
Yeah, man, them body shots, they different. Different.
Yep.
Wow. All right,
fellas.
Yeah,
it's
man.
A good one.
107 on our way to 108, and we'll be in the thick of the playoffs.
Yeah, next week.
Round two.
Round two will be on the slate. Who will be there?
Yep.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Peace, JT. No doubt.
Peace, JT. Hey, peace, fellas.
Peace.